Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Today we're going to do a little rod repair. I've got 4 or 5 rods, bait casters and spinning rods that I've damaged during the first part of the season, and I finally got everything cleaned off here where I'm going to go ahead and do a little rod repair and get these back up and running. So the first video we're going to do is just a simple one, and this is one I get requested from viewers all the time to do, and that's how do you repair a rod tip? And in this case, I've got a couple that are different. So in this case, this NSJ 872, the ceramic O-ring is cracked and fell out of the guide. So we're going to get that one off. And then this other one, I don't know if I stepped on it or what, but the blank is fine, but the rod guide itself has been smashed down. So from that standpoint, we're going to remove both of these. We're going to repair them. I'm going to do this fast, quick, and easy for you because everyone tells me I talk too much. So we're going to make this one a simple, easy video. The first thing we need to do is just apply a little bit of heat to the rod tip. Now, too much heat, you'll damage the rod blank. You just want to apply enough where the epoxy itself and the rod glue that's in the guide is good. Look at that. Slides right off, guys. So you'll do a little cleanup. In this case, there's just a little bit of epoxy, a little bit of leftover glue. You can crack that off with your fingernail. And there's one. One guide, one rod tip off. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to heat this one up. Not too much, just enough. Twist it. You see that one came right off as well. Again, these are good to go, just like that. So now I got to find the rod tips that I want. I'm going to measure them out. I'm going to get them, and then we'll show you how to put them back on. Now, I've got both rod tips that I want to use to replace it. I've just slid these on. We need to glue them. This is a little tip, fishing rod tip glue. All I'm going to do is take this. I'm going to heat up the end of it just to get it nice and warm. I'm going to take the guide back off. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go around the tip. So I'm just looking to put some glue on it. And at that point now I'm going to heat that back up just a little bit so I can slide the rod tip on. And this is where you're going to want to put it on and spin it into place and get it down to where you want it. Now, if you don't line it up perfectly the first time, that's fine. You can re-warm it up and get it centered and get it to where you want it. And that's right where I want it. So we're going to do the other one now. So again, I've got the rod tip that I want all sized up. Going to heat up my glue stick. Put some on the end. Rub it around the sides. Need a little bit more. All right. Heat up that glue just real quick so I can slide my guide on. Spin it down into place. Make sure it's lined up. That one's off just a little bit. Okay. Those are good. So now you'll see there is a little bit of glue that's hanging off. I'm just going to take my fingernail, pop that off after it cools. You can see it comes off like in a donut. It'll slide wherever you want. Break it off. I'll do that to the other one now. So these technically are usable. Now I would say they're usable in a whim, meaning that the glue is not going to hold great forever. It will be a usable rod for the day, say, but now I think you should apply some 2-part epoxy to it to really lock it in place so that it's good to go. Some people will actually even thread it on. I don't think you need to thread it. That's more for decoration. So I'm going to mix up a 2-part epoxy, and then I'll put that on, and I'll show you how to do that. 2-part epoxy. We're going to take equal quantities. That's the whole key here. It just needs to be equal amounts. And I'm just doing rod tips, so it's not going to be a whole lot of material. just take enough to make equal quantities. That's the important part here. So we're going to put the resin in. Now we got the hardener. Put that into a little mixing container. We're going to mix that up just to make sure that it's evenly mixed. Now I've got my epoxy mixed up. All I got to do with my rods in my rod turner, just going to add a little tiny bit right onto the end of that tip. And this will lock that tip onto the blank itself. So you're going to do that for each one. I apply a little bit of heat just to get rid of any air bubbles. But this will put it right into place. Just like that. Let it dry overnight. There you have it, guys. That's how you replace a rod tip. I just did 2 rods literally in maybe 5 minutes. It took me longer to position the camera than it did to do the actual work. If you can do this, think about what else you can do in terms of building rods, because it is extremely easy. And we'll show you a few more rod repairs that I got to do, some different things. But if you can do a couple simple rod repair, you can make a whole rod. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Stay tuned, new video coming out tomorrow.